Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fort Pulse podcast, or the behind the scenes podcast. I'm Nick.
I'm Adam.
I'm moving off screen.
And that's Todd, and once again, I'm Nick. First off, we'd like to, for those audio people out there that are listening and can't see what's going on, Adam is back. I mean, you heard him, but Adam, first, before we get into what we're going to do this episode, tell us what you've been doing, because you haven't been on the first 2 episodes of season 2. So tell us what you've been up to this past year, pretty much.
Well, I went to college for a little bit, but I kind of stopped halfway through the year because I was doing pretty poorly financially. So I went and got me a different job, and it pays pretty well, and I like it. I can't really talk about it, but yeah,
it has to do with the military.
Yeah.
Oh, the military. We can't talk about that. Are you okay, Todd?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. You look like a deer in headlights over there.
The camera.
So Todd, this whole episode is Todd's, not Todd's brainchild, but he kind of came up with the motif, the general theme for this episode.
We're doing a game. It's gonna be fun.
Go ahead and introduce the game while I think of
this
what I'm going to do.
This is called the Most Useless Superpower Challenge. Me and Nick will each give Adam 5 sets of superpowers, and he has to choose the most useless one between the 2. So we'll have 5 rounds. Whoever wins the round, whoever has the most useless superpower in Adam's opinion, will get 1 point. And then at the end of the game, Adam will choose one most useless superpower. And should that be worth 2 or 3 points, Nick?
3?
3?
I don't know.
We'll make the most useless superpower worth 2 points. I think 2 points is a little better.
Number.
So we'll just take turns, and we'll each give a power, and he'll weigh them, and he'll decide. The rule is you can give your power in a brief description. You can answer yes or no questions, but you cannot argue your power or against someone else's power.
How many superpowers are we doing again?
5 each.
5? 5 each. 5. Okay.
And there are 2
Nick
points.
left his list at home, and he's having to think of new ones.
I can't remember them.
I have never made a list. I just have about 4 of them in my head. I'm trying to think of a 5th one while I'm talking. So this should be interesting. So, before we begin, and no stealing this one, Adam, I want you to give me what you think is the most useful superpower. I will not change my list depending on what he says. I'm just trying to buy time for Nick to write more superpowers down.
Oh, okay. Good. Well, I'm blanking. Go ahead.
That's kind of a tough decision, but I guess the most useless superpower I can think of is having the power to make chicken. I don't.
You heard it here. Most useless superpower is ability to make chicken. What kind of chicken is up to the user, I guess.
Yeah.
So, honestly, this started when I had an idea for a really useless superpower and told it to Nick, and it was pretty funny.
We both thought it was hilarious.
And I kept coming up with them and asked Nick to come up with a few, and we wanted to do this game. And we wanted to do it last podcast, but we needed a third-person judge. So that's the only reason we brought Adam here. Not because he's our friend or anything, but because we needed a third person.
And we wanted him to be on the podcast.
No, we just need a judge.
Okay.
Do you have your superpowers yet?
I've got 2.
That's enough for now. Just be thinking of them while Adam deliberates.
Okay. I hope you deliberate a while, Adam. Go ahead.
So, I'll go first. My first useless superpower. Round 1, by the way. My first useless superpower is the ability to know exactly what time it is, but only when you're wearing a wristwatch. The scope of this power includes if you're wearing a wristwatch and it's wrong, you still know the right time. If you're wearing a wristwatch and it's behind your back, you can still accurately know the time. As long as you're wearing it, you know the time. Down to the second. And that's as detailed as my power gets.
Okay, I can see uses in that. What about you?
Okay, so my superpower is it's a little is it telekinesis where you can move stuff with your mind?
Yes.
Is that it? Okay. It's somewhat telekinetic in nature. Basically, what happens is you can walk up to within 10 feet of a door, no matter what kind of door it is, whether it's a sliding door, a door with a knob, a door that you just push or pull, but you can open the door slightly. So like if you walk up to like a regular door in your house and instead of having to turn it, you just your superpower is you could just turn, like focus on it, and the knob will turn and open. But it won't open all the way. It'll just open slightly. So you'll have to pull it the rest
I
of the
really
way.
like to say something, but I'll wait till the round's over because I thought it was
Okay.
really funny.
So Adam, that's round 1 basically.
All right,
So
Adam, deliberate.
Okay. All right. So Nick, if you go past,
do you
the
need
door,
this to write stuff down?
Yeah, maybe. Do you have a pen?
Yeah.
All right. So we got slight door
Versus time telling.
versus
I like the name of Nick's power. Slight door.
what?
Slight door.
All right. So
This chair is
if I get
blocking up
past this
everything.
door, does it close itself?
If you pull it behind you,
Do you have to pull it all the way?
yes. It's not a open
Yes or
door,
no?
closed door slightly.
Yes or
it's-
no, Nick?
Oh, wait. What was the question? What's the question?
Okay. So does the door close itself all the way?
No.
Does it close itself slightly?
No.
Okay, so on one hand, if you're running towards the door, away from like a herd of zombies or something, then it's going to be a little easier to get through that door, which means it saves you like maybe 5 seconds if you're really slow about it. of
Yes.
Getting away from the zombies.
And
just, like,
this he can only ask us yes or no
through it.
questions during this part.
Zombies come from.
He's not.
I got to look at this from every
That's
angle.
fine. I was just that's a weird first place to go.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
Zombies.
I've had a lot of watches that just they don't tell time very well at all. Like it seems like I can wear a watch for a month and then it'll start like getting further and further away from the actual time. So I can see some real use in that just because I like punctuality.
Punctuality is nice.
And on a daily schedule, you see punctuality more than getting chased by a herd of zombies or some shit. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the slight door on this one.
It's more useful or
More useless.
Okay.
mine's more useless. Okay.
Now that you decide, there's no change in your vote, but I would have said that
Yes.
his is more useful just because if I'm ever carrying something is I have to put it down to open the door, that power would be amazing. Because, like, my computer is big enough, I have to use, like, my entire arms to carry it because I
Yeah,
have a
that
huge
is a valid
case.
point.
Like, if I could just nudge it open and get the rest away with my foot, that would be so handy.
Round 1.
I would love
Nick.
that power.
All right. Round 2.
I'll let you go first, Nick.
Okay. This goes back to kind of telekinetic. No, it's not telekinetic. It's telepathic. You can mind read, but you can only mind read birds.
Alright. And mine is you can run at super speeds, but only when driving a car.
I'm sorry for those audio people out there listening. Yeah, Adam.
I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, Adam.
This was the superpower that made Nick crack up. The ability to run at super speeds, but only when you're driving a car. That means you have to have your hands on the steering wheel and the car has to be in motion at speed to run at super speed. So you would to make this power even the slightest bit useful, you would have to like cut the bottom out of your car and run Flintstone style.
Yeah, Flintstones.
But it doesn't even include super strength, so you wouldn't be able to push the car with your feet, and you wouldn't be driving the car if it wasn't like turned on and running. It has to actually be moving and accelerating to activate the power. That's my explanation of the power.
Okay, so
I don't think Nick needs an explanation.
if you're
Tweet.
running at super speed while running the car, are you running faster than the Flash?
No, you can only go what speed your car's going.
Yes and no.
No. Flash can run fast enough to go through time.
Okay.
Cars can't go that fast. Nick.
My name's Nick. His name's Adam.
I was looking at you when I said that.
Why'd you say Nick? I thought you were talking to him.
I was looking at you when I said Nick.
But why were you talking to me?
I was making a comment about the Flash. We were talking about the Flash earlier.
Oh, okay.
I can see some uses.
Oh, yeah.
I can
I
see
got
some
you.
uses in reading the mind of a bird, though.
Oh wait, season finale Flash, pretty good.
Yes.
'Cause,
We
like-
won't talk about it, but it's really
No.
good. Go watch it.
Too early for spoilers.
If you're using a bird to spy on people, that's a pretty legit way to use a bird. And or to like send a message. Maybe. I I don't know exactly how that would work, but I'm sure you could find a way to use that ability. So I'm going to have to go with the running car because it's completely...
All right, well, it looks like we're only going to have time for this last round, so it's come down to this last round.
Oh, joy.
Yes. So, and you get to go first because I still have yet to think of my third.
I was saving this for last, but if it's going to be the last round, I got to use my best, my worst one.
Yes.
This is the superpower.
So wait, round 2, Todd.
This is the superpower, Adam. The ability to perfectly copy and use any other person's superpower in a world where no one has superpowers. So if someone had superpowers, you could copy it exactly, but your power is only active when you're in a world without other superpowers.
Okay. What about you?
Mine is you can fly. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. You can fly, but only you can fly only at most 12 inches above the ground. You can't fly any higher than that. No, technically not hovering, because hovering is just kind of, you're just stationary. Flying, you can move at fast speeds, but only 12 inches above the air. You could hover as well, but it's not just hovering.
Okay.
You wrote down hover. You wrote down hover fast regardless.
Hover around.
So.
Okay, so is it possible for someone with the power to transport themselves through dimensions to appear in that world with no superpowers?
No.
Are you certain?
Yeah. Yes and no. Will you allow me to go into slight detail?
Yeah, I see a loophole here. So,
well, the definition of my power is that it is only active when you're in a world without superpowers. So if someone enters with superpowers, it would negate my power.
That's pretty useless then.
That's the point. That's the name of the game.
And I can see points in hovering really fast above the air, like. Yeah, you could probably get to wherever you want without breaking a sweat. Unless, does it take a great amount of strain to hover?
No.
And fly? Yeah. I would have to go with Todd's then.
Round 3, Todd. Game, Todd.
That doesn't seem useless at all, Nick. Actually, it's not, because they're still the most useless overall.
Yeah.
He has to award 2 points to one of the 6 powers he's heard.
Oh, that's true. So right now, what's the technically? Let's go over
2, but
let's go over the score. So it's just 1 point thing.
1 point thing, but the final one is worth 2. So
okay,
you could win this.
For those people listening that can't see the screen and the score on the screen, Todd has 2 points. I have 1 point. But Adam has to award the most useless of the 6 that we've presented, my 3 and Todd's 3. And so whoever wins that one technically wins the game. Because it could go either way still at this point. Go ahead, Adam.
Okay, so...
Your choices are... Nick, say yours, and I'll say yours one at a time, and I'll say mine.
Slight door.
Or... Watch time, as Adam has named it.
Bird brain.
Or running car.
Hover fast.
Or no powers. Which is a misleading name.
Yes, it is. All of those are very misleading.
Out of the winning ones on his side, I would have to say slight door is the stupidest on his side. And then on his side...
I like how Adam equates most useless to stupidest.
Yeah.
It'll be no powers, so...
So you're telling me it's my slight door versus his no powers.
Yeah.
Okay. Versus Todd's no powers. Okay. Oh. So.
All right. So this one I'm gonna have to give a lot of thought since it's a tiebreaker. All right. So. Yeah, he did bring up a pretty useful point with the being able to carry things. So you can carry things. You can escape zombies. And with his ability,
Wait. Would your power be able to negate someone else's abilities?
It doesn't negate, only copies.
Oh. Well, does it only copy superpowers?
Only superpowers.
It doesn't copy any just regular powers that people have, like
Nope.
intellect or...
It's the ability to copy superpowers, but only in a world without superpowers.
Alright. Should we have you guys able to argue for this? Since it is like the final...
I mean, we have 2 more minutes left.
I think I've said all I have about mine. I made the definition of useless. Like, it is a power of copying powers, but it only works when there's no
See, here's my
powers.
question. Is your useless superpower too useless?
In a game about what the most used superpower is.
But isn't that a little unfair? That it doesn't even have one stupid use?
It can copy itself.
If you can copy... if you can copy a superpower only in a world without superheroes and superpowers, doesn't that just make you a regular person?
Yeah, basically.
I mean,
We're talking about useless.
but then that would make you. That would make it not a superpower.
Wouldn't the most useless superpower be seen as not even a thing? Maybe we all have this power and we don't even know it.
Exactly.
But it's so useless we don't know it.
But see, that makes it a little.
That's like
that makes
Dr.
it
Hindsight
too
or
useless.
something.
Is it unfair when there's no restraints in the imagination of coming up with these powers?
No.
Exactly. That's my opinion.
But my point is it too useless?
My point is yours is extremely useful.
Is it overpowered?
Is it underpowered?
I think it's. I think his power is.
I think your power is actually really good. I would
Adam-
want this power.
Adam, you have to decide here in the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, even though it's a little unfair that it's too underpowered, I'm gonna have to say no powers is probably the
sorry.
most useless power you could have.
I love that phrase, even though it's too underpowered. I just love that phrase.
Okay, I think it's overpowered.
Yeah.
Y'all comment and let us know which one's which. But so Todd won. 5-1. He beat the crap out of me.
4-1.
4-1. I'm sorry. I
And
thought it was 3.
I'm pretty sure Nick just made it 3 instead of 5 rounds because he didn't want to hold with more powers.
Well, and we're also running out of time. But that's it for this episode. We'll be back next week, next Wednesday again. Adam will be with us. It'll be us 3 here again. Listeners, don't forget you can listen to the audio version of this podcast 2 days early on Mondays. The audio version premieres Wednesdays. It premieres in video form on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and follow us on SoundCloud or iTunes. And with that, guys, I think we're done with this episode. Thanks, Adam, for joining us, and we'll see you next week. We're going to be creating a lot more content over the phone. And in the meantime, Todd, take it away. We gotta start this. You know, nobody else has helped me with the whole end-credit scene thing. Should we do that?
I mean, I don't know what to do.
All you gotta do is go, end-credit scene!
Oh.
Hey, all 3? You wanna do it all 3? All 3 of us?
My eyebrow is twitching.
I know. Okay, I said it.
Credit scene!
There we go.